The right to offend is not some pesky little part of freedom of speech that we have to put up with. It is the heart and soul and lungs of freedom of speech. It is the coursing lifeblood of human progress. It is the instigator of liberty and modernity and science and understanding. What a laughing stock today's student leaders are, that they can so casually dismiss the right to be offensive without realizing that their lovely, enlightened lives are the gift of individuals who gave offense. Offensiveness is not just something we have to begrudgingly accept. Offensiveness is the motor of human progress.
Now broadcasting from the Right to Offend Media Studios in sunny South Florida, bringing you the latest in politics, current events, art, and pop culture. This is the Whitfield Report Live with Sam Whitfield.
But giving offense is good. In fact, it's essential.
Well, good evening, folks, and welcome to tonight's Whitfield Report, and welcome to the 2026 Timmy Awards special edition of the
Sponsored
show.
unofficially by Shackalicious Gummies, Sam. Have you seen this? This is Shaquille O'Neal's head, Sam. You see that? It is. It is. Let me get a lighter is a good comparison size. So these are very big gummies, and they're the size and they're thick, and they taste terrible. Shaq's gummies are fucking awful, bro. These are. Don't waste your money.
So this is an anti-ad, then, basically.
But do they work?
I mean, they are gummies, so they work. They're not that kind of gummy, though. They're just big, because he's big. So, they're not very good.
So they're not even normal gummies. They're just crappy gummies, then.
Yeah.
So, well,
I wouldn't be eating multiples of these giant edibles, right?
Well,
I mean, it would be funny as fuck.
It would be funny. So we are here for one of my favorite episodes of the year, the Timmy Awards. But before we get started, there are a few news items that we should cover, and there's
a heavy loss felt by our whole community, even people that might disagree on all kinds of things. Scott Adams has passed away from cancer.
Yeah, someone who, I grew up reading Dilbert in the newspaper, like as a kid, and I didn't know this, but I recently watched an interview where he talked how he learned to read from Peanuts comics as a small kid, and I find that interesting because I think a whole generation of small kids, myself included, probably learned to read from Dilbert comic strips in the newspaper. At least I did, which probably explains why I was interested in business even like at age 5 and whatnot. But
true. Well, the thing about Dilbert that resonated with people is whether you worked in a office like a cubicle central, or you're a blue collar worker or whatever, some of the themes of the Dilbert comic are just universal, like water cooler gossip and the boss doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, and that one bitch that always complains about everything, right?
Yeah.
It's just so on the nose to the average working class or working upper middle class experience of life. Kind of like Office Space. You know the movie Office Space?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
If you ever worked in anything, let alone an office, you kind of can relate to a lot of it, like the boss being a dick. Dilbert was that on steroids.
Yeah.
Man, he made those kind of jokes for 25 years in that comic strip. And the show never should have been canceled. That shit was fire.
No, I was just going to say that I actually... I have that show on DVD, and I rewatch it from time to time, and that show was kind of, I would argue, what because it predated South Park by like a few years, but it did the same kind of like social commentary that South Park did, just like in a different style, a bit. And obviously, like it was the late '90s when they did that, so they were talking about the internet, changing the
Well,
workplace,
South
and
Park of the time, Sam, was a lot less subtle than it is now. And Dilbert was a lot more subtle. That's what you're getting at, is it's a similar
right,
vein of critique. It's that cynical pointing out the flaws in everything style. But
yeah,
Scott Adams's pen, it was never vulgar, it was never explicit. It was always just like, "Oh, I thought about it and I get it."
yeah, and that was his style entirely. Also, someone pointed this out to me, that Scott Adams was one of the very few authors to both like successfully dominate the traditional publishing field, and then dominate indie publishing once he got canceled. So, which by the way, that supposed rant that he got canceled for, I do want to bring this up because he was talking about how basically this was at the height of the Black Lives Matter thing, when a certain percentage of black people felt that they could basically use their aggrievement as an excuse to do uh, just downright
Whatever they want.
yeah, whatever they wanted. Which his point was that actually hurt the black community too.
Well, and he's not alone in saying that. Bill Cosby famously gave the pound cake speech that said exactly the same thing, which led to his cancellation from most of the black community, deciding that was they already. That's why when Bill Cosby's one of the first black guys to get accused of, sketchy claims of rape.
Yeah.
But no black people were defending him. Usually they always defend that kind of thing because there is a trope of successful black men getting accused falsely of rape. It happens even in our time. Tupac had that happen to him, right? But Bill Cosby, they'd already given up on him because he said you need to pull yourself up out of the bootstraps. Scott Adams saying the same thing. But I want to point out, Sam, they act like that's the moment he got canceled. But they just, as soon as he said that he supported Trump in 2016, I believe it was,
Oh yeah,
he was already canceled.
Which to me was, I because I remember at the time I was like, because like I said, I grew up watching Dilbert, so I always liked Scott, but I never knew much about him because he was a
The media decided at that point he was the enemy, and so it just took them a couple years to get everybody else on board. That's all it was.
Yeah. And
right? It was the slow-mo cancellation. It wasn't even like a Don Imus moment, right? That I believe Don Imus to be victim zero, patient zero of cancel culture, because Don Imus famously, as you may know, was talking about a game of rich white blonde girls from one college facing the Rutgers girls who were all black, and he said it was the rich white bitches versus the nappy-headed hoes. And apparently this is the worst, most racist thing anyone's ever said. So Don Imus is, almost 40 years in radio, goes out the window, and he gets fired and never gets work anywhere else again. Don Imus, cancel culture patient number one. But I think in mainstream terms, Scott Adams is number two.
Yeah, I would say so.
Because he came out and he didn't have MAGA positions, far right or anything. He was very, very much right up until the end, always taking different sides, listening to people. This is why people like Scott Adams, and all those people trying to throw dirt on his name don't seem to understand that the man listened to people, engaged with people, and you can't replace that with bullshit and hope that everybody's going to buy it.
No, I mean
genuinely connected with people and changed his opinions. Said he was wrong all the time.
Which we're not allowed to do at all. these days.
No, if you're wrong, that means you don't have enough clout or something, right?
Right.
We have a meme running that I'm right about things. Like, I make predictions and they're weird,
Like
but somehow
that.
they come true. But let's talk about the fact that I've also been wrong about things and said so on this show. And so have you, and so is Mort.
Oh,
So is
yeah.
Julie. So is Maxine.
Yep.
She's like, oh, I didn't know that. Like, that's how normal people encounter new information. And Scott understood that quite well. And then he wrote a couple really good articles about the mindset of those people, the Puritanism that they have.
Yeah.
The fact that he asking a question got him canceled. Not even, he wasn't making a statement.
Did you see? I reposted this on X earlier today, but I guess there's a group of like puritanical Christians who were like, well, he says he gave his life to Jesus in the end, but did he really? And there was this excellent breakdown where
I want to explain something about that, guys. What you just did is a sin.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to judge the truth or heart of another man's faith. That's between them and God.
Also, as I pointed out to people, what about the thieves on the cross next to Jesus when he was being crucified?
It's not my concern really where he's going in his afterlife. What I wish is I hope he finds a peace, because he's been through a lot the last couple of years, especially.
Yeah.
That's all. I don't know why people are like so anal retentive about deciding where somebody's going to go when they die. That's not your job, human. The Bible makes that explicitly clear.
People
You can have an idea in your head, sure, but you don't judge. That's God's job, motherfucker.
People get really hung up on that sort of thing, especially on the internet.
What he was doing was offering a kindness to his Christian followers, a peace of mind for them, that he's trying to be open to their viewpoint right up until he died. That's beautiful, man.
Yeah. His whole entire farewell letter, which that in and of itself, I mean, that was
a lot
gift.
better than Paul Rubin, Pee Wee Herman, because his was just, guys, nobody knew I was gay, and I'm like, Mr. Rubens, you got arrested in a gay porn theater. Everybody knew you were fucking gay. We didn't care. But I digress. Scott Adams was beautiful, and I'm not gonna make fun too much. Paul Rubens, if you read the whole letter, that part is kind of funny, that he genuinely thought nobody knew he was gay. Genuinely, from his soul, thought nobody understood this fact, even though he collected gay pornography.
He's the guy
on him, by the way. He's like, collects gay pornography, but thinks he's such a good closet gay that nobody in the world knows, even after we all knew. God bless that man. But Scott Adams, he didn't release any big dramatic thing, except he said, I've been listening to the Christians, and they make some good points, so I want to hedge my bets before I go out of this world, because it seems like a good deal.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. And anybody, like, he died. What are you doing? What, are you going to shit on his corpse?
Well, People Magazine already did that.
People do that these days,
of course they did. Yeah, they didn't. People Magazine, who ran a glowing fucking obituary for O.J. Simpson, thinks that Scott is the worst.
People Magazine also did like a hit piece on Erica Kirk, like criticizing her single mom wardrobe, without considering like why she's a single mom.
Widowed moms aren't single moms statistically. Like, they are separate categories.
Yeah, I know that, but
in every metric, they have different outcomes on the average too. Widowed moms don't have the problem single moms have. Do you guys not understand this?
Well, apparently the editorial team at People Magazine.
They have a whole different set of problems. You see, it's not that they chose a guy that like ran off or that they drove him off. He died. It's a little different, and it is a unique set of problems that is not the same as your average single mom in America at all. Calling her a single mom, yeah, I would be like, what the fuck too? That's kind of, or to say she's got single mom energy or wardrobe or whatever. Like, okay, bro.
The more I read of corporate media,
now she needs to come clean about all her dating history before I could take her seriously again, because that's a big lie that she told. But other than that, I don't really. I'm not gonna sit here. She lost her husband a couple months ago, bro.
Yeah,
and they love to shit on, and it's crazy, man.
They want
us to know, Sam, that this is what they'll do when any one of us dies if we get famous enough.
I can only imagine.
Did already know that, though?
I can only imagine what they would write about me if I were to die.
Oh, the pervert.
Probably.
Got pervert cripple.
Yeah, perverted, cripple, alcoholic.
Yeah.
We could get so many pictures of you with a beer. It would be so easy to just flood the internet with pictures of you drinking beer. Be like, see, he's an alcoholic, man. It's not that he did a show for almost 2 decades and had like 1 beer on half of the shows. No. Clearly. He's Ethan Ralph levels of down the sauce.
You see, Sam, this is why I'm the disembodied voice cripple.
You're not safe though either.
Well, that's why for the award show, I couldn't think of a better person to make an usher. Morpheus has to put everybody in their seats.
Well, you're not safe though either. They would just make something up about like why you were a disembodied voice.
Right.
That's because Mort's AI generated. Has nobody figured this out yet?
That would literally be the narrative.
I'm the best AI voice in the business.
That's right. Nobody knew.
Yes.
You know how much Shmuley had to sink into that LLM to make the Morpheus bot work? We had to build a whole backstory about a crippled guy. Like, this took ages, man.
Yeah. Like, decades and years.
We had to make a robo AI co-host bot that constantly fucking makes fun of us.
And also, like, just post randomly. And also post randomly and also host his own show. So,
well, you know, he had extra processing power. Also, if you notice, we've turned him loose on hoes on Twitter too.
Yeah,
he's been hoe shaming all over the place, Sam.
Yeah,
hoe shamer of the year goes to Mort. That's not even a category. That just goes to Mort. Hoes be mad because he'd be like, "You got an OnlyFans. No one should date you," and they just don't have anything to say about that.
Single, by the way. More to reply. Oh, has an OnlyFans, by the way.
Yeah. They're all like, I wish I can't find a boyfriend. You're like, well, get rid of the OnlyFans. That might be a start.
How many of those do you think are bots though? Are bots though more?
Because I'd say like 40%.
Yeah. Well, because like that, because that's the other thing is like I see dudes like replying to these chicks and it's like
most of them are dudes
or just not even real people.
Oh, they're dudes. They're just
gaming.
They're just from Nigeria.
there's a level of if you present yourself in a certain way. Like
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 14 is really notorious. They have brothels, Sam. I don't know if you knew this, where you in your in-game character rents a room with another in-game character and role plays the whole sex thing. And how many of them you think are role playing sex with a dude that's playing a female character?
Like 99.8%.
It's something like that, yeah. Yeah, and then when they find out, they don't even care.
Of course not.
They're paying real money for this fake. So if they're paying real money for a fake role play where they can't even see nothing because the video game is rated T for teen, and all they're doing is typing their dirtiness to each other and doing emotes, if they're willing to do that, yeah, they'll talk to a bot that's a man. It's going to share the nude pics and talk like it's not a man. So that's all there's a lot of guys out there. That's all they fucking need. Did you know that? They need something that resembles a woman to talk to them. Gentlemen,
that's just sad.
You can do better. You can get a real woman. Just not you, that one guy. You know who you are. But everyone else.
Yeah.
That one guy, though. Not so much.
Yeah, that one guy knows who he is.
Oh, does he ever? Yeah. But anyway, you could go out in the real world and get chicks. Sam does. Mort is a fucking AI robot. He does.
Yeah. Also,
AI are getting more chicks than you. Step your game up, brother.
While we're talking about current events, I suppose this would also be a good time to say that Max, I don't know if you know this, but because I've had to tell people this, but vehicles can still be deadly weapons. Max, I'm not sure if you know this, but if you try and run over someone with a car and they shoot you, that's justified because they tried to hit you with a car, which can still like injure you and kill you potentially. Apparently, people in Minnesota don't know this though.
No, white women don't know this. Look, I'm from the hood, and I've done polling, okay? And every motherfucker I know, white, black, Hispanic, as long as they have a penis, understand that if you fuck with the police, you might get shot for literally no reason sometimes. The only people that don't understand this is white women. Who do you see argue with the most with the cops? You see crackheads, or meth heads, because it's understandable because they're on meth, and women. Women will argue with cops. Women will think that they can push a cop or it's the women that push a guy that's bigger than them. It's the women that will want to punch a guy. It's that kind of shit. They don't understand the consequences of their actions, that if even this normal sized or small sized unassuming man actually fucking turned around and pushed back or punched back or yelled in her face, she would cry like a child.
Yeah. Well,
but they still want to play stupid games.
Well,
I'll tell you what, my homies don't like cops none, okay? But when they fucking get rolled up on by cops, you see, the color of their skin dictates that they should be polite as much as they can.
Sure.
They don't really have a choice, Sam, because I'm talking about guys, they're black, but they're not from the hood. They're fucking working guys, you know what I mean? And they get pulled over. Do you think it doesn't cross their mind that if they lip off at the cop, they could get shot? Just lipping off.
Oh, I'm sure it absolutely does.
Comes across my mind.
Occur to them. Yeah.
Comes across anybody else's mind except privileged white hood lesbian who moves into the hood to do political activism and block traffic in the street.
And also, like, her response, because I believe the cop wasn't even like questioning her or anything. It was just like, hey, can you move out of the way? And her response was to try and run the and her dyke partner.
Initially it was just, could you move along?
Yeah.
And then it's no, so okay, then can you get out the fucking car? We'll move the car, but now you're making a problem.
Yeah.
Like, this is the thing, is like, oh, they just should have let her go. No, by the point she was willing to go was way too late for that. They did try to just let her go. She blocked traffic for 3 whole minutes.
Yep.
We have video of it.
Yeah.
Also, the officer suffered internal bleeding from when he got hit by the car.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, and motherfuckers are like, oh, it's just a car, and it's like,
I've been hit by cars when I was younger. It is not just a car. It is like, it could end your life pretty quickly or maim you forever.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying people are stupid.
No, it's intentional. They're intentionally ignorant. This is my thing. You do this sometimes, but you're not so bad. But man, MAGA people, Trump people, right-wingers in general, conservatives, you got to stop arguing when they engage in tactical stupidity. Like, they are purposely not understanding your point. Don't argue with them. You know it. They know it. But as long as you play the game and pretend, they get away with it. You say, no. You understand what the fuck I'm talking about, and I'm done talking to you.
Yeah, that's why I don't engage with the Krasensteins anymore, because they're like,
stop that bullshit.
Yeah, because they're the definition of saying stuff and being like, oh, well, what do you mean by that? And it's like, no, you know exactly what I mean, and you're being
this from fucking actually libertarians and Nazis.
Yeah.
Where they would pretend not to understand very basic points when you argue with them. This is what happens when they're not smart enough to make an argument.
Yeah.
So they learn the tactic of embrace your dumbness so that you don't have to.
Which is something, bringing it back to Scott Adams, that he called out people.
Oh, yeah.
People on a lot, too.
That was the thing he was annoyed by the most in life, is the tactical ignorance.
Oh, yeah. And
me too.
Well, corporate.
You noticed I don't take that shit from nobody. It doesn't matter. Left, right, doesn't matter. If you start pretending you don't understand basic concepts to win an argument, I'm gonna ruin you. I'm gonna ruin your day.
Oh, and I've seen you do it to people on this show.
Yeah, sometimes
it's hilarious every single time.
Even
it happens. But I hate tactical ignorance. You know what's the other one? Tactical nihilism. Those are the two I hate. Tactical ignorance, tactical nihilism. What's tactical nihilism, chat might ask? Tactical nihilism, when you're like, well, that doesn't matter because nothing matters. I don't care, so it doesn't matter. So your point's irrelevant, so I don't have to argue with you anymore. The fact that we engage with this kind of toxic, disingenuous argumentation is why they do it. Stop. Just say no.
That's also
bad.
That's also why I don't engage. Well, my other favorite thing, it's the same thing as
we gotta get Destiny on to have a debate with me, just so I could do that to Destiny. That would be so satisfying to just be like, Destiny.
That'd be amazing. Or Hassan.
Not. Oh my God, I'm gonna say something controversial, Sam. Hassan is more of a man than Destiny.
I'll agree with that.
I actually agree with that.
Mm-hmm. You know what Hassan needs to do to get full man card status for me, though? Just admit you shocked your dog and say, who cares?
Yeah. Own it, bitch.
Just own it, yeah. He's getting caught shocking the dog again. It's like, just say, yeah, I shocked the dog. This is how we train the dog. Now I don't have to shock it. I use a vibrate collar. Did I shock the dog in the past? Fuck yes, I did. I'm Turkish.
Yeah, well, he doesn't want to lose his audience of liberal
He's already
white.
lost the people that, because they think he shocked the fucking dog. The people that still like him just don't care. They don't care if he shocked the dog or not. They pretend like that he didn't, but they actually just don't care. So I'm saying, just be honest, Hassan, and just say, yes, I shocked the shit out of Kaya. What are you, a pussy?
I mean,
He'd get points. Asmongold would be like, bro, yeah, he's right.
I would respect him. I would respect him for that.
That's right. But even without that, him versus Destiny. Destiny watched guys make out with his wife on a stream. His son got banned for fucking attacking him with a Nerf gun, which is the funniest fucking shit ever. His son's like a fucking griper.
Destiny let his wife dance with another man behind his back on stream.
Literally. Just right behind him. Yeah, Destiny is
fucking cuck.
I would just love to debate him because I would do the dad thing at him, and he might have a son. He's actually been a father longer than I have, but he's not a dad like that. I'm a dad like that.
No.
I tell you, hey, dude, if I use that in public, my wife has seen it. You will see adults stop in their tracks like a little child. Look, like, did I do something wrong? You just gotta put a little bass in your voice, and these women don't know what to do. Whatever you're gonna tell them.
That's true.
And that's what I learned that in fucking martial arts. It's called ki. It's the sound you make when you exhale, like, "Ay!" You know what I mean? But you use that. You don't, the I do. You've noticed it's a little different. It's more like eh.
Yeah.
That is the dad syllable. That one syllable. The louder I do it, the more attention I can draw of both children and grown women. Men will just like, what's going on over there? And then just turn back. But women and children are like, somebody did the dad voice.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Stops a room cold, Sam. So that's what I want to do to Destiny. I want to dad all over that motherfucker. See, I had Andrew Tate pegged because his thing is he thought he was a fighter. Sam, I learned something this week. Check out regular Eye Patch Wolf's video about how Andrew Tate is a fake fighter who fought only tomato cans his whole career. And even though Chase Demore is himself a tomato can, this is still the toughest opponent he ever faced. He faced 17 opponents. Like 13 of them, that was the only fight they ever had, was losing to Andrew Tate. And it's, if you watch the fight, Sam, he picked them up off the street. These are chubby guys. These are not. He beat losers to build himself up as a fighter, which is the basis of his whole personality. And that's why from the beginning I had challenged him to a fight, because I knew that the moment a real man of any kind gets in the fucking ring with him, he's going down, and he did. However, now moving on to Destiny, when I see the main thing of Destiny is he likes to consider himself a master debater. So I challenged him to a debate. What topic? Debater, what? How much of a cuck he is.
Well, we know that Destiny is a master debater.
Yeah, he's especially master debating all over the place since he got divorced, huh?
Seems
you see
like
a lot more of him master debating all over the internet.
Seems like it.
Also, you see him jerking off all over the internet. Also, you see him leaking nudes of other people all over the internet. Also, you see him saying that he's holding on to nudes of underage people because...
Swell.
Destiny is worse than DSP.
Yeah, and his son is like, I feel bad for Destiny's son.
Destiny's child, if you will.
Yeah.
I also feel bad for Destiny's child. Not Beyonce. She did all right. But the other two, I feel real bad for them, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
What were their names? I don't even remember. It doesn't matter.
No, nobody does. I think that's.
They were both better than Beyonce. She was just fucking her way to the top.
Nobody remembers.
Anyway, we're talking about Destiny. Real quick. I want to trigger a lot of people, Sam, if I can just have 1 second here. Death to the Ayatollah.
Based.
Yeah, man. You start executing protesters, and I'm not going to say, oh, no, we shouldn't do anything.
Yeah, fuck the Ayatollah. That woman who lit her cigarette with the Ayatollah's picture, that was fucking cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen that photo.
That was awesome.
Yeah, now we're looking at the end of that regime, and of course they're going to go out with executing thousands of innocent civilians. And so all the people that are like, but Max, you're anti-war. Yup.
Yep.
But sometimes, you see, I care more about oppressed people, and the people of Iran have put up with a lot of shit since 1976.
Well, the other
They're
thing,
the ones out in the street. I'm not the one that's like, oh, the people want this fucking change. They want the fucking change, bro. And I'm on the side of the people on that one. And I also think taking out the Ayatollah and that regime is a net positive to the whole world. And if we could do it, if we could bring in some lasers and sonic weapons and give it the Venezuela treatment, right? Get a good Maduro kind of situation going. I'd love that. I'd also be okay with the Soleimani kind of situation where we just blow them into vapor.
That was actually my favorite.
Good with either.
That was actually my favorite moment from Trump 1.0, if I'm being honest. And I love also that Tucker and all the other spastics were flipping out about war with Iran like last year. We're also the ones flipping out about Soleimani during the first one and how that was going to cause World
Well, it
War
always hinges on the results. But the problem is when you take a stand that hard and then the results don't go the way you say, you start to look like an idiot.
Also, Max, I would like to make a correction too. Speaking of changing your opinions, because I stated on the show before that I thought that Tucker Carlson was retarded, and I'd like to make an amendment to him, because I don't just think that Tucker Carlson is retarded. I think that entire family might be retarded, based off the interview with his brother, who, Max, I don't know, like, can you explain this to me, being a New England guy? What is with this trend of California yuppies moving to New England and then, like, acting like they're, like, upscale, like, New England Bostonian?
Because there's this, like,
it's a weird
mythologizing of the East Coast elite from the West Coast people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they want to be that, and they figure the most East Coast elite you could be is like up around Harvard, right?
Yeah, well, because that's like what Tucker and his brother have been doing for the past couple years, like.
Yeah, and everybody from up here don't act like that, and we're much more salt of the earth, so you can spot them a mile away. They all want to do like, and Tucker does this to some degree too. They all want to do the Kramer accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
that kind of Bostonian. Now, I have what is considered to be a natural evolution of that, where I'm not packing the cat, have it yet. I'm more of a Kelsey Grammer style speaking and enunciating my words and such. However, I don't lean full into the annoying Frasier or even what was his brother Niles?
Yeah, Niles.
Version of that where you're like really up your own ass.
Niles.
Because almost nobody here does that.
Well, no,
just rich annoying people.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. You're more of like a Kelsey Grammer. Tucker has gone full Niles.
Yeah.
I'm in Maine for the weekend. I've got my hunting dogs, and like, yeah, who cares? Who cares?
I reckon I'm more like Cliff.
Yeah.
Cliff was like somewhere in between.
Yeah.
If we're doing Cheers analogies, sorry.
But yeah, no, so yeah, I would like to make that amendment because initially I thought it was just Tucker, but no, it's the entire family that's retarded. That's retarded.
Well, as the host of the upcoming award show, I'm going to need you. Well, I prepared my MC duties for the awards, so I need you to introduce the show. And you're a professional, so I know it's going to be a fucking killer job. Go!
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the awards for this year's 2026 Timmy Awards, it is MC Max Sand. I think.
Applause button.
Applause button. Yeah, I need to get that set up once again.
Sam, I gotta ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
How intelligent are you? Because he asked you to kill for time. Not do an introduction.
Well, I know I was using the introduction as a way to kill time so that I could get.
I know, but I had to give him shit because that's what I do. Oh. You know I love you, Sam.
Yeah. And my IQ is 147.
Ooh. That's actually good, isn't it?
Well, no.
I don't know what these numbers mean, Sam.
That's an old internet lore joke. I don't actually know what my IQ is. I might be retarded. I don't know.
Might be.
It's possible, Sam. Okay, so I'm gonna have to start way back here. I guess we'll start with the best TV show.
Yeah, and this is right there, so you can read it all off, and they go right in order.
Yeah, but I have to. I can't do that. Oh man, I can't just paste. Oh God. Okay, Sam, I'm panicking, Sam.
So anyway, more Womack is setting up the stream. So anyway, more what's in store for Bits and Bones this week?
Bits and Bones this week. We'll be talking about a bunch of interesting stuff, like the rumors pertaining to the studio closures from Ubisoft, and what and how that can affect gaming in the future. And I'm not going to announce who, but next week on the 23rd we have a special guest.
Fun. I'm going to be talking about the rumored PlayStation 6 and
Nice.
how Sony is like I'm not super impressed because Sony's going to hardware lock a feature that we should already have. It's backwards compatibility, folks.
Of course they are.
But anyway, and I will also have guests to announce this week, but I will save that for the end of the show. In the meantime, I won the Timmy Awards. I won the honorary Sammy Award last year. So I'm very curious to know.
Well, I'm working on it. I had to download all of them, and I'm using 2 monitors, and I got stuff going on, Sam. But I do have our first category And I want to go through, read the nominees first, and then I'll try and throw it up on screen, the title card for the winner. You ready, Sam? For Best TV Show 2025. And the nominees we decided last week, as you were here, was Wednesday Season 2, AAA, The Will Stancil Show, Monday Night Raw, Dark Wolf.
Oh yeah, Terminalist Dark Wolf.
Okay. Well, the winner of Show of the Year, The Will Stancil Show. Oh, I should have brought the thing up when I said that, huh? The Will Stancil Show. That's the wrong fucking one. Well, now you got... Okay, Song of the Year is already fucking spoiled. I suck at this. I'm terrible, Sam. We got the Will Stancil Show.
I started watching the Will Stancil Show last night, actually. Good.
Well, you're in for quite the ride, sir.
Good
Shout
show.
out to Emily Yukis in the Will Stancil Show.
I have really enjoyed that show.
She liked it. Everybody likes it.
It
do be like that, Mr. Whitfield. It do be like that.
Yeah. The grok. A Grokwork Orange is hilarious.
Yeah, it's so good. It gets better. The Christmas, oh my God, the Christmas special is crazy. Okay, so next we have Song of the Year, Sam. And so we got some nominees. We got Soda Pop by Jonathan Young, Crash Out by King ISO and E40, All My Haters by Tom McDonald, Shock My Dog, I Can't Stop by Gucci Marks, This Some CEO Type Shit, also by Gucci Marks, and Raindrops by Isham. But the Song of the Year was the Vibe of the Year because everybody was doing it, Sam. And it goes to Crash Out by E40 King ISO. Crash Out, Song of the Year.
Man, that speaking of vibes, that might be the vibe for this year, judging on the internet so far.
Yep. Up next, we have Female Wrestler of the Year. And that one, I'm going to have to just bring up real quick before I read the nominees so that I know what the fuck I'm doing for once. And okay, so nominees for Female Wrestler of the Year: Rhea Ripley, Stephanie Vicaire, Saul Ruka, JC Jane, Becky Lynch, Natalia, and Chelsea Green. And the winner of the Sammy for Female Wrestler of the Year goes to Chelsea Green. Sorry, Chelsea Green. Bet you didn't expect that one, Sam.
I did not.
You big fan of Chelsea?
Sure.
I know you want to join the secret Hervis. So yeah, we got through one page of the awards, Sam, and now I need you to just for a second give me your thoughts on some of these winners. We got Will Stancil, Crash Out, and Chelsea Green. So let me know what you think of those.
You know, Max, I think like I said, the Will Stancil show, I just started watching it last night. And it is, I was laughing my ass off at a Rockwork Orange. And also
honorary award to Will Stancil himself for being most raped man alive, but we didn't give that one to him. Grok did.
Well, it do be like that sometimes. It do be like that.
Okay, so Chelsea Green won. Now we're moving on to best interview, and we put down a whole bunch, but the best interview Sam did this year, and we put together, we thought about it. I went back and watched a couple of them, and I'm personally going to say I agree with this pick for winner. It was Ty, the martial arts guy, as I was referring to him. Great interview with you, Sam. Obviously a lifelong friend. A couple weeks ago. Tell people where they can check that one out.
Folks can check that one out right here on YouTube. I have a TWR Monday playlist, and also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, Rumble, and wherever else you can catch the show. So check that out, and I will have that linked in the show notes. So
okay, up next for the Timmy Awards 2026 for 2025, basically. Male Wrestler of the Year. Okay, you ready for this one, Sam? You might be excited. We got John Cena, Dominic Mysterio, my homie, CM Punk, Gunther, Vikingo, and Jey Uso. And Male Wrestler of the Year, selected by, of course, our crack staff of offenseologists, is Gunther. He retired Goldberg, he retired John Cena, and made him tap like a little bitch. So Gunther for Male Wrestler of the Year. What else do I have here? Okay, this one you guys would be interested. Game of the Year, Sam. As nominated by us and voted on by our crack team of offenseologists. Game of the Year 2025. The nominees are Guild Wars Reforged, Mafia, The Old Country, Enshrouded, Expedition 33, and Pal World. And the winner is Pal World.
Yay!
We're kicking Nintendo's ass.
What was that, Sam? Are you that not excited for Pal World?
No, I am excited. That's why I said yay.
You're the reason. You are the reason that your nomination didn't win, because you said it was a mediocre game. The Mafia was excluded as soon as you said that. I can't pick that as the winner because you nominated it and said it wasn't very good. And then I looked and I was like, I can't give it to Guild Wars Reforged because even though it's a remaster, right?
Fair.
And, Enshrouded, I'm probably the only one of us that's played it. Expedition 33 was a consideration, but quite frankly, more people have played Pal World.
No, yeah, Power was a good winner.
Oh yeah,
and I can't really find any. Obviously, Expedition 33 is a close runner up though, because that's a great game. People should try that one out, especially if you've got Game Pass. Next, we're going to go for Movie of the Year, and the nominees are K-Pop Demon Hunters, The Naked Gun Remake, and James Gunn's Superman. And the winner is, oh boy, K-Pop Demon Hunters.
Yep.
And I can't deny it's quite popular with the kids and the music and stuff, so that's probably true.
I've not seen that, but I've heard it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okie Dean says Chelsea needs to be transvestigated. That's kind of funny because there's some validity to that. All right, Sam, now we're going to get to a really contentious one. We're all going to fucking hate each other after this one.
Oh, God.
Because the next category is Best RTO Media Show.
No hair pulling.
No biting, no hair pulling. We're just going to look at a winner. But of course, we have to go through the nominees, and I have to kill for time while I switch up my title card here because I'm
fight.
started.
You just want an excuse to fight, don't you?
Oh my God, I can't.
It'd be like that sometimes.
It do be like that, Mr. Morph.
Okay, well. The nominees are the Sandwich Makers Broadcast, the Whitfield Report, live, Bits and Bones, Cringing Over Coffee, and White Trash Court. And I fucked up there, so I'm going to need to make sure I actually do this right so that I can get the fucking title card up. Save image. Save the fucking image. Save the fucking image. Replace the image. We must save the fucking image.
Save the image.
What the fuck? It's not there, Sam! Oh, there it is. Nope, that's the Will Stansel show. Oh my God. There we go. And the winner is, as everybody waits with bated breath, what is the best Right to Offend media show of the year? Well, we all kind of know what it is. It's the Whitfield Report Live.
Yay!
Yeah.
It's 2 years running. I feel like this might be rigged, Sam.
Maybe.
Well, we're going to get to obviously a very important category next.
Recount.
The next category, Sam. You got a lot riding on this one this year. Book of the Year. You ready for this one, Sam?
Yeah.
Breach of Trust, Eric Bishop.
Ooh.
Awakening, Andrew G. Nelson. Shadows of Deception 4, Sins of the Assassin by Sam Whitfield. And Night of the Vigilante, also by Sam Whitfield. And can we get a drum roll, Sam? The winner is Night of the Vigilante by a landslide, might I add.
Can I just say something? That did not sound like a drum roll. That sounded like someone else.
Well, it was a fap roll. It's fine. Just a little fap roll. There you go, Sam. Do you have any, what would you like to say for receiving this prestigious award?
Well, I would like to, thank all the reviewers for, first off, all the people who purchased the book and who have supported me with Night Vigilante. I'd like to thank Steve Stratton for coming on the show twice and talking about his experience fighting the drug cartels, which inspired Night of the Vigilante. And this award goes out to our badass operators who kicked Maduro's ass last week.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Now we got Best Mom of the Year. Not Best Mom, just Mom of the Year, Sam. Then the nominees are, we got the rookie Penn Welder, Maxine Sand, Sam's mom, Shmuley's mom, and Karethis Betnesh.
Oh.
And the winner of Mom of the Year goes to my homie and best buddy, Karethis. Mom of the Year. You guys, it's an upset victory?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's how these things go, you know? It's,
Well, hey, we're being progressive now. Dudes are winning Mom of the Year award.
He's a pretty good mom, Sam.
So I've heard.
All over Twitch. Next category. There's a big one, Sam. There's one of the bigger ones. Retard of the Year. We ready for this? And the nominees are Max Sand. That's my second nomination, Sam. Tim Walls.
Ooh,
Eric Smalls from NWA, and Lily Tino.
I mean,
TikTok.
I mean, you've got some tough competition this year, Max.
I do. It's the year of the retard was 2025. But there was one retard that made being a retard great again. So the winner is Tim Walz.
Well, he might not have won the vice presidency, but he did win a Timmy.
He won something. Right.
He won an award that actually matters. He's retard of the year. Because really, it's been okay to say retard since Trump called him one. I mean, I think we're doing it way before that, but we're just cool.
Yeah, well, now the left is using retard again, like it's going out, like it never went out of style.
Well, this set of categories, Sam, is now going to be a somewhat chain reaction. We start with retard of the year, but then next up after that is, of course, hoe of the year. You guys got any suspicion as to who might be hoe of the year?
Oh, we're on Twitter.
My ex-girlfriend?
Wow. Well, I do know that Bonnie Blue had been disqualified by being too much of a hoe. We can't quantify it.
True.
And so instead, we had to find somebody else who's as big a hoe. And I believe we found it. So we're going through. Now that we're doing, by the way, the title after I'm going to tell you the next couple categories, and you'll see why there's a pattern. We had retard of the year. We had mom of the year, then followed by retard of the year, followed by hoe of the year, followed by loudmouth of the year, followed by Jew of the year, followed by cripple of the year, followed by faggot of the year. So we got a couple coming, Sam. We got some big hot categories coming up.
Yeah.
And so,
are we trying to get banned off YouTube?
Are we ready for hoe of the year, guys?
Yeah. There.
And the nominees are Candace Owens, Piper Raquel, something like that. Erica Kirk, DoorDash Girl, and Lola Vice. And the hoe of the year is, this is my honor and privilege, right? Our offenseologist team. They crunched the numbers, Sam. They said, which one is the biggest hoe of them all? We know they're all hoes, but which one's the biggest one? Lola Vice.
Damn fucking straight.
Oh wait, how did Lola Vice beat out Candace Owens?
And DoorDash Girl.
She shoves her ass in everybody's face.
And she a big asshole that shake that ass everywhere for everybody. She's all over Mystery Corner and poor Leaska, who I'm sorry, I don't feel that she has consented in any of the shit. I don't think she wants Lola touching her. You don't know where her hands have been.
So there you go.
Fair.
The hoe of the year. I need a drink, Sam. Gonna die.
You're so dramatic. See?
What do you mean I'm dramatic? I was gonna die. Sam, I was gonna die.
I'm sure.
Okay. Loud mouth of the year. Sam? I'm sure I'm, not up for this award, right? Ahem. And the nominees are Sam Whitfield, Maxine Sand,
What?
Morpheus, Max Sand, and Carethus. And the winner is Maxine Sand. Oh my God, what a...
Are you sure?
Ow.
Are you sure there's not a typo there?
Nope. I'm just reading it right here. It's even check marked off on the list. See?
Oh yeah, true.
So there we go. Up next, Jew of the Year, a category everybody loves. Everybody loves Jew of the Year. And so we got some nominees, and I'm just, I'm changing out my title cards. I could have prepared it better, Sam. I could have, but I didn't.
Well, we do things on the fly.
Craig Mansfield, Ben Shapiro, Benjamin Netanyahu, Laura Loomer, or Dennis Prager. Jew of the Year, Sam. Got any predictions?
I mean, Craig seems like a sure bet, but that
I could even give you the reasoning why that Craig Mansfield is Jew of the Year for 2025, and that's Sam because he did the Jewish thing ever. He became a doctor, but technically not that kind of doctor.
But he is a doctor, yeah.
But a doctor. He's a doctor. He's just, a different kind of doctor. Yeah. So for that, Jew of the Year, enjoy it, Craig. I know Craig will like getting an award for being Jew of the Year. There's a lot of Jews out there, notable ones that he beat out for this award.
Yes.
Okay, we have Cripple of the Year. I just got to get my title card again because I'm slow and stupid, Sam. And then I can bring up my title card and then I can read out these nominees. This is what happens when you got to produce yourself. So, and the nominees are Cripple of the Year, Sam. Morpheus, Maxine Sand, Dennis Prager. He got nominated for Cripple and Jew, Sam. Ricky Berwick and Clavicular. And Timmy goes to for Cripple of the Year. Who do you guys got any last minute votes that might change the outcome?
I would say.
How did Timmy not get nominated for Cripple of the Year?
Well, because I won it last year.
No, Tom Cruise won it last year for his crippling homosexuality.
Both you and Mort were the ones that gave it to him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well, this year it seems to follow a similar pattern, guys, because the winner is Clavicular for his crippling homosexuality.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah,
Yep.
So congratulations, Clavicular, on being so gay that you're the Cripple of the Year. He worked really hard for it. But of course, there's a category for being the next category. Sam, Faggot of the Year. And we could probably argue it could go to the BBC right about now, but that's a whole side tangent. Faggot of the Year. And the nominees are Andrew Tate, Nick Fuentes, Steven Crowder, Christopher Cantwell, and Mersh. Faggot of the Year 2025. And
was the runaway.
This might be the toughest category as well because I mean they're all really worthy of this.
But one of them in 2025 rose his faggotry to the next level. He was the biggest faggot that has ever lived, and his name is the Faggot of the Year, Christopher Cantwell, who came out as gay and then wrote a book that you guys read about how much he likes semen.
Faggot of the decade.
His name wasn't straight.
Yeah, even his name on the title card's not straight, Sam. That's how much of a faggot he is.
That's true.
We got worst TV series finale of all time, I guess, because you'll see why. Okay. Worst TV series finale of 2025 or any other time in history. I wonder why this category even exists. It's so strange. The nominees are Stranger Things, Dexter, Game of Thrones, Yellowstone, Umbrella Academy, and Barney and Friends. And Sam, Barney and Friends for sure has to win because the finale was that he was a pedophile, and that's a pretty bad ending.
That's
not as bad as our winner, Stranger Things. Oof. And it was given by fans of the show. That's oof.
That's rough.
I have to say, the worst thing that the Duffer Brothers did was put out that fucking documentary about the making of season 5 because they have no one to blame but themselves for the accusations of using AI to write the script when they have screens, literally in the documentary, screens, Chat GPT right there on the fucking computer.
That's retarded.
Whether you used it or not doesn't matter. You had it in the documentary, and now that is an accusation that you cannot get rid of, and it is going to taint your reputation.
So wait, you mean to tell me that they pulled both a Yellowstone and a Game of Thrones where they simultaneously they did a bad season, they made a documentary about it, and they used AI allegedly to write scripts. That is bad.
How weird some of the conversations were between the characters. Both Pet and I,
she wants more proof, but she wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
That's the way I would say it.
Yeah, Pet's more like, oh, well, maybe it's just Google Docs. And I'm like, look, the fucking HTTP, whatever the fucking shit you put in for it, isn't clear, but it does, dude, you can clearly tell there's a P in there. That's Chat GPT. And it kind of made my heart sink. And it's like, if you guys weren't fully into it. Oh, and by the way, they hadn't even finished writing the fucking script when they were filming.
Yes.
Of course not.
We felt so much pressure.
So, next category, Best Sam Whitfield of 2025.
Wait.
That's right.
I am Sam Whitfield though.
Well, okay, but that doesn't mean you're the best one. So the nominees are Morpheus, Sam Whitfield, and Evan from the Fake Untitled podcast. And the winner of Best Sam Whitfield 2025, Evan. Congratulations, Evan. That's a big award.
Well, yeah, I mean, congratulations to him. I suppose I've been a good inspiration for him. If he's the new me.
That's right. Look, Best Sam Whitfield, I took it as the best show host.
And
that's
Evan,
why I didn't vote for you. I voted for Evan because that's a good show.
Oh, it is.
And I'm gonna be honest. The reason why Evan gets my vote is when he was on for White Trash Court, he made a sandwich beforehand. That got my vote. He made a sandwich.
So see that he's also an honorary sandwich maker.
Yup.
Yeah. It was the year of Evan, Sam. You got to give it to him. He had a good one.
Hey, Evan does have Evan is a great host. He has a great radio voice.
Yeah,
for sure.
Oh
yeah.
And we got DJ of the year, Sam. DJ of the year. We got Evan nominated again. DJ Dark Sandman, aka Max Sand, me. DJ Bobby B from the Cottonmouth Kings, and DJ Ant from Atmosphere. DJ of the year goes to Sam Evan.
Yeah, and
I got robbed. I made I made my music, Sam.
Yeah, but do you have a live DJ show every Tuesday?
You just don't watch it.
Every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. on
No, but I play the music that I actually made myself. I figured that should count for something. You bastards.
It absolutely should.
No, apparently not, because he's the DJ of the year.
Well, look,
nobody cares if you make the music; they just like the slop.
Well, look, Max. I sympathize. I mean,
I gotta be a shoe-in for the next category, though.
Best husband of the year?
Max Sand of the year. Surely.
Oh.
Surely I'm gonna win Max Sand of the year, right?
Well, who else could be the Max Sand of the year?
Well, there's some nominees, unfortunately, and I have a feeling that I'm not gonna win because I haven't won anything, Sam.
It'll be Tim from Bits and Bones.
Okay, the nominees for Max Sand of the Year: Shmuley, Asmongold, Pod Awful, Max Sand, and Matan Evan. And the winner of Max Sand of the Year at the Timmys for 2025 is Matan. I'll bring that little pipsqueak's fucking neck. Motherfucker. Being a good fucking troll. Congratulations on the award, Matan.
Well, hey.
What do you do now?
So, we have 2 awards left, Sam. Firstly, is the second to last award. Now, the show was named in honor of our friend Tim. Not that he's dead; he's just cool. And I figured it would be a good way to. And one thing about Tim is that he rides for the homies, and so I wanted to point out that this is the award for the best Tim of 2025. We got some nominees here, and we're just gonna go through them real quick for nominees for the best Tim of 2025. And I didn't even download the fucking thing, so I'm stupid, Sam. Stupid and dumb.
Well, you're not retarded though, Max, and that's a good thing. You're not.
I'm not the retard of the year, but I got a nomination.
Yeah, well, you're not. Yeah, you're not Tim Pool, or you're not Tim Wall.
It's funny because both of them were not nominated for best Tim. Tim Pool, Tim Wall's not on here. So who are the best Tim nominees, Sam? We only have 3. Tim from Bits and Bones, Tim Allen, and Tim Tebow. And the winner is Tim. Tim wins the Timmy for best Tim. Couldn't write that shit. What a surprise.
No.
And that brings us, Sam, to the final award of the night. And that is, of course, I surprised you with it last year famously. But now you're expecting it and maybe even a bit curious, right? This is the Sam Whitfield Award for a Lifetime of Achievements and Excellence. And up until yesterday, Sam, actually until today, I was going to do a fake out. And I was going to fake you out that I was going to give you the award so you would be disappointed. And I was going to give it to Shmuley. And me and him had planned that. And then I was going to double cross him and give it to you after faking you out. But something came up in the past day or so that changed the person we're honoring with a Lifetime Achievement Award. And so we have to, for the 2025, the Sam Whitfield Award for a Lifetime Achievement in Excellence. Although, Sam, it would be fun to call you the 2-time Sammy Award winner. We're going to honor somebody else with this one. And so the Sammy goes to Scott Adams for a Lifetime of Excellence.
Which I think is very well deserved. And yeah, I mean,
it seems like the right answer, right? Actually, you recommended it, and as soon as you said that, I was like, wow, we need to change it. So shout out to our crack production staff, Maxine over here, for putting together the title cards for us all, and especially this one on short notice. And
oh yes,
congratulations or not to everybody that won an award. You can pick up your prizes in the mail.
Well, you know, and I mean, I suppose Scott's ex-wife Shelley can pick that up on his behalf.
Yeah. We're just sending them to people. If you don't get it, contact Amazon.
Of
just
course.
Say, where's my fucking award? I'm sure they'll help you out. But anyway, Sam, Book of the Year. That's a good one.
Hey, book of the year isn't bad, and you know, and you know, having the Sammy Award go to Scott Adams, I mean, that's kind of an honor in and of itself.
Well, last year it was the main serious award to honor you for all you've done in writing and podcasting and everything else. So it being not a joke this year is probably fitting. And it was going to be a joke until we realized that, yeah, they're talk about a lifetime of excellence.
Oh yeah. Which by the way, I for those interested, I did write a post on Scott Adams and kind of did a bit of research you know, into the man's life. He accomplished a lot in just the final decade of his life too. So and you know, people
awards, I was gonna do a best top 10 list as well, Sam, but man, I would have had to dig through all of them. Sorry to interrupt there.
Oh no, not at all. And that would be a tough one. One thing I do want to point out about Scott Adams though is I know that sometimes people have, like, you know, criticized or made fun of the fact that our live stream setup is just two guys with a webcam and not much else, right? We don't have a fancy studio, but I'd like to point out that Scott did his live streams.
That's the fun part too, is like people act like that means we don't put prep in. No, this was like a week's worth of work to try and entertain people.
Oh yeah.
I hope it was entertaining.
Well,
it wasn't just me picking the winners. You can tell.
What it is for all of us, but I mean, Scott entertained people every day from his literally from his kitchen counter making coffee. That was the whole point of Coffee with Scott.
Yep.
Scott Adams. And
but he proved you don't like the idea that you need one of these fancy sets or anything. I mean, Lord, like he was just there. I mean, he was sick at the end. He wasn't hiding it either.
No. I mean, live streaming while basically in hospice, talk about commitment. So.
Yep. And a lifetime of work that is nothing to be sneezed at, from Dilbert on down through all his books. 10 Habits of Highly Effective People, I think, really, he jump-started a whole mindset of a generation.
I mean, The Joy of Work and the Dilbert Theory. Those are books that are actually on the shelf behind me.
Yeah.
There. So
yeah, a well-deserved award. Obviously we're having fun making our own awards just to be silly, but I think the Sam Whitfield Award is meaningful at this point.
Yeah, it is. And it
Who
was
could possibly win it next year? We'll know next year. Same with everything else. We got a whole nother year that we can make categories out of.
Indeed.
And then vote for the best shit. You notice it's random ass shit that we nominated. That's right. We might be missing a category, but that's right too. We're just putting in more effort. I mean, how many people even bother to prepare when they put on shows? Like, they just sit there and talk in front of the camera. They don't even think of what they react to things live. We try to minimize that. Speaking of that, now we can get into some of the sausage making aspects, Sam. You were telling me before we got on that the BBC has a problem with our reaction to their almost 40-year-old video of them making faggots so much that they claim to own the entire podcast.
Yes, they tried to own the entirety of last week's episode on YouTube, which, by the way, apologies for taking so long to upload the podcast to Spotify. That was why it took until Friday, was because I had to
just for the viewers out there, if this happens, you can find the video uncensored on Rumble, on Kick, on X for a while. I don't know if it saves it forever, but yes, there are other places that do not censor us. So this is why I know a lot of YouTubers will get on and they'll be like, oh my God, we got struck or whatever. Yeah, that sucks. It obviously hinders reach and everything like that. But YouTube is like a secondary platform for us. So it enables us to continue on without being so worried about it. But yes, I think the BBC didn't like our critique of their cooking.
Well, what's funny, Max, is the critique is still on there. Like, it's just the audio and video portions where we're playing it have been cut out, so you can hear the critique. But if you didn't know what we were talking about, you wouldn't be able to see the video.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is you could see it on Rumble without that.
Yeah, same with Spotify too.
And I'm telling you right now, if reacting to a 5-minute video while we were talking the whole time and laughing is not fair use, then what is?
Agreed.
I mean, I think the BBC proved that they're a bunch of faggots.
Yeah, I don't understand why they're protective of such a clip. It's on YouTube already. And not on the BBC,
they don't
by the
way. Freedom of speech over on that side of the pond either, so.
That clip did not come from a BBC-owned YouTube channel, Sam, just for the record.
Of course not.
Mm-hmm. So why are they still allowed to have it up? But whatever. YouTube, get your shit together. AI moderation is everybody's complaining about, so it is what it is.
Well, to be fair, I don't think this was AI moderation. I think that this was some butthurt intern at the BBC. You know, the Brits, they used to have a sense of humor with Monty Python and whatnot.
What? Sam, that might be my fault. You know I'm a former BBC contributor, right?
No, I did not.
Yeah. So the first Irregulars podcast that we did in like
I
want to say 2016, we got listed against our consent actually as a BBC affiliated podcast, a BBC contributor, and they put our show for like 6 weeks on their website. And it was way edgier than this show.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. Apparently they thought it was like a history thing for a minute and they didn't listen to it or something. But as soon as we brought it up on the show, immediately we got removed from the list. But technically for about 6 weeks, I was a BBC contributor.
So they blame you, I'm sorry, they don't use
awesome.
They don't use the term college. So they blame you and not the uni intern. Yeah. That of course media companies here do that. They tell the interns to post YouTube clips and whatnot, and then they got mad at the content creators. So
yeah, well, it's the same old shit we're dealing with, the same kind of censorship. It ain't changed. It's just manifested differently. They know, like they used to be able to. My God, you guys were just questioning vaccines, and that's probably why you got banned originally, right? And like then they decided, oh shit, we banned all these people for that, and they undid a lot of stuff. But now they're just finding different nitpicks. So
yeah.
it's the same kind of shit. YouTube is not the fucking save. All of a sudden, we're all go back to YouTube and it'll be okay. We hedged our bets.
Look, I'm glad to be back on YouTube because as far as user interface and as far as like actually downloading the streams, it still is the best as far as that. But yeah, it's not our only thing anymore either. So
No.
also
We've been sort of canceled enough to try to make ourselves cancel proof.
Yeah.
I guess not proof, but resistant, right?
Yeah, cancel resistant. And for those who have been asking, Moore and I will be putting the Bits and Bones podcast up on Spotify here this year.
Yeah. Would have started last week if I hadn't gotten sick.
So,
Cringing Over Cantwell is gonna have a new episode soon. Those take time, but I promise, with everything I know now that basically nobody else knows about the situation, there's a lot to the Cantwell story. I know I did 4 streams on him in 2025, and we're back.
Hey, it's just like the Owen Benjamin streams from a few years ago that they keep growing. So it keeps evolving.
I might have a new friend for the Cringe Coffee House. There's a guy that has tickled my fancy that's a very prolific poster.
Nice.
But I don't want to really give my hand away and scare him off. But I got some ideas, Sam. I'm working on some stuff. Been a little under the weather too, though, to be quite frank. Ugh.
Yeah, it's that time of year. I actually
Florida, tell us about it.
Well, I kind of had.
He's got 2 Northeastern guys, and he's gonna be like, "Yeah, this time of the year is so tough in Florida."
Well, I had a sore throat.
I walk 30 miles outside every week at minimum, Sam. Well, doesn't matter if it's snowing. That's why I'm sick.
How dare Florida reach 32 degrees?
Jeez. Oh, yeah. You guys must have had a panic attack.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid you ever need a snow shovel. You wouldn't find one in the whole fucking state. A plow? What do we need a plow for? Dude, remember when
sure
Texas...
Sammy's got...
Sorry. I was just going to say when Texas had snow and they called up to us for plows.
I bet you were laughing your ass off.
Yeah, because it's like, we can't just motivate a fucking fleet of trucks on an instant to move halfway across the country, right? Y'all might have wanted to been a little prepared for in case there was ever snow.
Yeah, that's why I still keep the snowplow attachment on my wheelchair.
As much as I hate, oh yeah, you're gonna do a lot of plowing on the wheelchair. Yeah, you probably would though, because in Florida you'd get like a little fluff, and that you guys would think it's a blizzard. But I mean, in a real place that has real snow, your power chair isn't pushing anything.
No, I know because I grew up in Colorado, and yeah, black ice, by the way, is not like
black ice and snow in a fucking power chair. You might as well just throw yourself onto the ground.
I almost did a few times.
Yeah,
growing up.
Well, you might as well just cut to change. Instead of going over the black ice, just dive out of the fucking wheelchair and same fucking result. I know, because I've done that driving my pop's fucking power chair around. You hit that black ice.
All the Florida hotties.
Also, wet leaves.
Oh, yeah.
Wet leaves up here will hit you as bad as fucking snow. You will spin the fuck out.
Yeah.
Oh, that is rough. You get hydroplane on fucking leaves. Meaning you're stopping, the brakes are only actually touching the leaves, not the fucking ground. And so you're not actually stopping. So you go spin out, hit a tree.
Yeah, that's fun.
It happens to those fucks that come up to look at the leaves change color like retards. And then they don't know how to drive with a bunch of leaves on the ground. So they just drive like there's not. And then they end up in the trees. Get a nice view of them color changing leaves.
What about hotties more?
I said put a plow on Sammy's electric chair and have Sammy plow the driveways and save the hotties.
You just got to make sure it stays under an inch of snow for that to work.
Yeah.
You get an inch and a half and the chair is going to chug. But you're in Florida, so that's unlikely. 2 inches. No, not in Florida. That's too big.
No.
You see what I did there?
Oh yeah, I thought you did what you did.
Imagine being in Minnesota though. Not only is it cold, it's retarded.
That is true. Except shout out to that one guy who lives in Minnesota who listens to our show. You know who you are.
He's gonna say, yeah, it is kind of cold and retarded up here.
Yes.
I mean, if he's surrounded by those people, he knows it's retarded. And I mean, it's Minnesota. He knows it's cold. So, not saying anything you wouldn't know. I shit on lots of places, Sam, and the people from them seem to not mind so much. Like, look at the poor Brits. I've done a number on them.
Well, I mean,
they keep a stiff upper lip, though. That happens when you suck so many dick. It just stays in place.
I mean, Britain deserves.
It's like super glue.
I mean, you know,
I'll shit on the French.
England deserves it, though. Let's be honest. King Gravina says shovel ambush Minnesota. And yeah.
I got Minnesota fatigue, Sam, because I knew they were retarded out there for years, and I'm just sick of hearing about it at this point. Like, just put this lady in jail. Oh, she's dead. Put her fucking wife in jail. Hey, you want to stand in front of a cop? You want to get in front of traffic? Just put him in jail. Like, I don't want to hear about it anymore. I really have no sympathy to give for fucking women being aggressive and starting shit.
Neither do I.
Also, the same people that want you to cry for Renee Good, were the same people laughing about Charlie Kirk, and they're laughing about Scott Adams. So fuck you.
Well, she herself was laughing about Charlie Kirk when. So like I almost hate to be this asshole, but it's like Carmen's a bitch, ain't it?
And so is she, but she a dead bitch now.
Yeah.
Oh man, imagine how. Did you guys hear the song I made with the? All I did was take the fucking words they said in the fucking tape, and I made a punk song out of it called "Drive Baby Drive."
Oh yeah, I did.
Came out pretty good. That was an AI thing. I was just dicking around. So I'm not. I don't count. If I make something with AI, I don't count that as my music because that's not how that works. Just for the record, people are like, "Oh, you've made AI songs." Yes, but the songs I play on like sandwich makers and stuff, that's all I made it the old-fashioned way.
Yep.
I feel funny saying the old-fashioned way because I made it on a computer, and to me, that was new school. But it's not AI. It's just loops. I spend hours and hours staring at fucking loops, guys.
Loops are
Am
fun.
I an AI now, Sam? Is that what it is? Might be.
Now, if you use AI to create loops, but then
I don't do that either.
I know, but
I fucking paid for my loops legitimately, like a fucking producer should.
Well, but I hypothetically though, if you were to make your loops from scratch or something,
I do. Hold on. I make a lot of them by fucking hand from scratch, Sam. The fuck? Of course I do. What the fuck? The fuck you thinking? I make my loops by hand. Let me grab my guitar and yes, I make my own loops, Sam.
I knew you did.
This is literally only for that because it doesn't hook up to anything but a computer. It's a MIDI keyboard. It's not full size because I don't need full size because if I need to switch octaves, I go up, down. Plus, once I've set the beat, I usually just go in middle C anyway, and then so I can set my little loop up and then import it into the thing, and then from there I can actually change the pitch so it's a different note if I need to anyway. But
that's dope.
Yeah. So I have sound pools and samples and stuff, and I put them together. That's how musicians have made music for the most part for the past 20 years, 25 years.
Yep.
You could probably
Fruity Loop. There's an old school reference. Shout out to chat for that one. Yeah, I don't use Fruity Loops no more. Obviously, it's a little old school, but same principle. Yeah.
Oh man, Max. You could probably take like clips of.
I use Magix by Sony now, so
you could probably take like clips of me from various episodes and shows and have me singing all sorts of wild shit. So
yeah, I'm probably I'm working on a mixtape right now of some various ideas. I want to do a reggae song.
Based.
Well, because I made a bunch of reggae beats, and I use so people hear that some of my songs have lyrics, Sam, and that's why they assume it's AI. No, those are real people and real samples that I've acquired, that I legally own the commercial rights to.
Of course.
So it's not just AI does all the, if you hear lyrics on my fucking shit, it's not AI. Unless I literally, if I make something with Sona, I just link to Sona. Right? And so I made it with AI. How long does it take me to make an AI project? About as long as anybody else, right? You type a thing in and it makes it in 5 fucking seconds. In 2025, Sam, I made 7 albums worth of music.
Impressive.
Yeah. Most of it was for Vaccine's Crafting Corner. Some of it was for you guys' shows.
Great music, by the way, on the Crafting Corner.
Yeah, I try, and it's a variety. You know, I stepped out of my bounds a little bit, made some pop music, made some like 80s style synth, and just different things that I didn't know. I'm used to making just hip hop, honestly, and reggae.
Yeah.
And I produced metal, but you don't like make metal with loops. You know what I mean? You produce a band, so it's a little different.
Right.
Yeah, I mean you can make metal with loops. It just doesn't sound very good most of the time. I have a couple of those, and they sound as weird as that usually sounds. Like my metal loop songs don't come out quite right because kind of, and that's why I want to sit down and bang out some guitar stuff for it. But now I'm just going on about music production.
Well, hey, we're nerds, so we enjoy that type of stuff. So
yeah. That's why it was funny that I didn't win Best DJ because I had put out 7 albums of DJ music, original. You're right. I didn't do a show every Tuesday night at whatever, but I definitely produced 7 albums.
That is an impressive feat, sir.
I was bored and high.
Well, hey, that's when you create your best.
Some of them are like, I wanna get high, shit like that.
Sometimes that's when people create their best work.
Yep.
To be.
Sometimes they embarrass themselves. I've done that too.
Oh yeah. Listen,
not here for that. I think I deserve a special award, Sam. You got an award. I think there's one for me. I just thought of this. The Walk It Off Award.
Oh yes, you definitely deserve.
Because this year, I've smashed my head into the ground twice. I got attacked by gangbangers. On and on of shit that happened to me this year, and I just keep walking. I walk it off.
I mean, you fell on your butt on stream too, and you walked that off.
I fell on my face and then it hit my head and then farted on stream.
And you walked that off.
That's right. So there you go. The Walk It Off Award. I'm giving it to myself because I've walked off a lot of shit this year.
Yes, you have.
I still am, and I'm trying, but gets tiring, my man. I'm trying to create stuff. I'm trying to do stuff, but I got so much going on. People don't see me around as much. It's like, damn, bro. I'm fucking spread thin. Trying to be entertaining for the people. Provide some music and entertainment and just some nice vibes for you to have a laugh with or whatever.
Well, I for one,
for the people. I did it for the rock.
I for one appreciate it. You always you entertain me, which I know that might seem weird, but I find this show entertaining, and I'm the host.
Yeah, there was a couple of great. The clip of us bullying you, me and Shmooly bullying you, was pretty fun. I was going back through. I was like, oh, I gotta put this clip up on Twitter because.
Oh yeah.
You realize too, if you watch your face, it's like you slowly realize, like, oh man, they're fucking owning me right now. And I look like such a dighead. And so we kept digging. And the thing is, we didn't coordinate that at all. That's just me and Shmooly's natural state of being. Is he picked up on what I'm doing. I picked up on what he's doing. And we just smelled blood. So we bullied Sam. King Gravana says I have an old 37 SL MIDI controller for sale. Yeah, I wish. This was like cheap as dick. I got a good MIDI controller anyway, though, but that is a really good one. I like the old MIDI stuff better. Music making is fun, but everybody finds it boring to talk about.
Well,
not here on the Whitfield report.
Not here. You know, you would think that I would have thought at least that like talking about writing would have been bored, but apparently people like it. So
yeah,
according to the stats, so
well, I figure when I say I'm gonna work on a mixtape, I'm gonna actually do some lyrics, record some stuff rather than just using samples. Because I made 7 albums out of samples. I'm figuring my mixtape. I already know the name of it. It's Midlife Crisis Volume 1.
dope.
But if I'm
Wow.
gonna put out a rap album, what else should I name it but Midlife Crisis? I haven't put out a rap album since I was 21 years old or something, 22.
Well, how? Now you have to. It's a 20-year sequel in the making, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Demon of Dreams woke back up. It is what it is. You'll see. But it's not just going to be rap. There's going to be a mix of stuff on it. I'm working on that now. Speaking of projects people are working on, I haven't mentioned Home Invaders, available now on Steam by our buddy Humongous. Grab that now. Free demo. It's a wave-based fighting game where you protect your home and you have no duty to retreat, motherfucker.
And in Shadows of Deception Book 5, I'm putting the finishing touches on the first draft before I go into edits. So that should be out early March. So American Inferno coming March of 2025. 50,000 words so far.
That's a lot of words.
That's gonna be my longest yet. So,
well, I definitely agree with the book of the year being Night of the Vigilante on account of it's really good. It was your best to date, in my opinion.
Well, thank you. I think that one has to be one of my best. It's really hard though too. I'm sure you find I'm sure you're kind of in the similar boat as a music producer. It's like when you make something that you really love, it's like, man, how do I top that?
Yeah, I guess There's you have your favorites, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's really I wouldn't say I've been struggling with it, but I think that's something that like a lot of people who are just creatives in general deal with. Especially since like I knew Night of the Vigilante was good, but I didn't know it was that good when I first published it. Right?
Yeah, it's really, really good, Sam.
So yeah, it's taking a bit more time, but I think this one look, this one is American Inferno is well, based on the title, it's going to be a bit darker, but I think it's a lot like Night of the Vigilante, but I think you all hopefully will like it. So
yeah, we put out a lot of content this year. Aside from that, I would say there's a lot of streams worth checking out this year. Check out some of the clips. I didn't even get all of our good moments. Check out some old bits and bones. You guys covering gaming news and such have been out there. Sandwich makers, usually those aren't time sensitive at all. That's the whole point.
Nope.
And I put out, I think actually this year was the most cringing over coffees in almost 10 years because I put out like 12 total, I think.
Wow.
And then also put out the entire history of the show. So if you want to check Cringing Over Coffee, also not time sensitive. You want to check that out, check out Cringing Over Coffee channel here on YouTube. Or on Rumble, or on X, or on Kick.
Yeah. And yeah, as I said, I'm updating the Spotify podcast archive as well, so you can find the shows on there. Like I said, Bits and Bones coming soon to Spotify. Really appreciate all of the ratings for the Whitfield support this past year. So appreciate the support. And also it's my birthday coming up this weekend, so
Nice.
that'd be fun. And I'll actually
gonna be ancient now.
And I'll be kicking my celebration off with Morpheus on Friday night. So rather than me drinking than me drinking on my stream, I'll be drinking on Mort's stream. And then he'll have to
I'll probably be drinking too.
And then he'll have to put me in his sidecar and roll me home.
Yep.
Sounds about right. You guys already get a plan, at least. But, I mean, if both of you were drunk, it doesn't matter who's in the sidecar.
Well, that
sure it does.
That's true.
That's true. I would still rather have Sam in the sidecar in that scenario. You're right. It does matter.
What, you don't trust that I'd be the safer drunk driver?
Correct. That is exactly what I am saying, Sam.
Facts.
Whoa.
I've seen you drunk crawl, motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
I have more experience, fucker.
That is probably also true. So
he's also got a better temperament.
Morpheus does?
Yeah, you're much more excitable than him.
That is true.
Yeah, well, that's why I would want him. I wouldn't want either one of you drinking and driving a vehicle, but I'm pretty sure you can totally drunk drive a wheelchair. But I would prefer that neither of you did that.
What's funny about that? Gonna stop you right there, Max. What's funny about that is up here in New York, you can literally get a DWI in a manual wheelchair.
Wait,
okay, but how are you supposed to get home? You can't walk.
Oh, I know, so it's fucking stupid, but it's right in the wheelchair manual. You can get a DWI.
I'm walking home, Your Honor. What the fuck am I? Have you seen my legs? They don't do it.
I can understand the drunken public, but you can get a DWI here in New York.
Wait. You can get a DWI in a manual wheelchair?
Yes, in a manual wheelchair. Yes.
Okay, in a power.
Wait, so that a manual wheelchair qualifies as a vehicle?
Yes.
Again, how are you going to get home from the bar? I guess you got to take a taxi? You literally have to take an Uber?
Yep. Honestly, I'm almost younger Mort. What had younger Mort found this out earlier, he probably would have been tempted to take this to court and fight the system.
Your Honor, my evidence is my legs don't work. Would you like a demonstration?
So what? You're just supposed to drag yourself home?
That's right. Sam knows because Sam's the crawling drunk expert over here. He's like, I've never had to worry about this because I just crawl my ass home.
Well, mostly. I've never ever driven my power wheelchair.
If you're drunk and in a wheelchair, yes, that is a DUI in Massachusetts. Operating a motorized wheelchair. Okay, so it is motorized, here. You're saying it's manual in New York?
It's manual in New York, yes.
I seen a guy get charged with a DUI on a lawnmower before, but he was driving down the sidewalk. Now, I felt like that was fair. You shouldn't be drunk driving your lawnmower down the sidewalk. Yes, you can face charges for impaired operation in a manual wheelchair in New York, even though it's not a motor vehicle, as state law allows for DWI charges for operating any device, manual or motorized, while intoxicated, especially on public roads. Though it's a complex area that can also lead to public intoxication or disorderly conduct charges, potentially violating the Americans with Disabilities Act. That's what I'm saying, right?
Absolutely, it violates
handled discriminatorily. So it's always best to avoid impaired operation and consider calling a ride. Because
you need a designated pusher.
You need a designated pusher. So the difference in New York of whether you're operating a vehicle is if you are pushing the fucking wheels.
Yes.
That's a DWI.
Yes.
Hold on.
Sometimes you can't even, sometimes libertarians get wins, man. This is a win for libertarians right here. We make fun of them a lot. But, come on now. You need a designated wheelchair pusher. Big Brother has gone too far this time.
And you know how independent Sammy and I are. That's a fucking issue for us because we're independent as fuck.
Well, Sam's in Florida. To be fair, they're just happy he's not on meth.
Right?
Yeah, although
they're happy he's not Florida man.
Although I did just look this up because I was curious. And
meth rate per capita in Florida? No, just me.
And apparently,
how many grams of meth does Florida consume daily?
That's not what
somebody's got to ask the AI that.
Well, that's not what I asked Rock, and I just got rumbled, so I have to leave and come back. Of course.
And cue Max panicking.
Nah, I'm here. I'm just chilling.
Oh, so you're not gonna panic?
I'm here as well.
I mean, I'm gonna panic if he doesn't come back. But he comes back. See, he just switches sides on you.
I always come back.
That's right.
So yeah, I actually had now just for the audience, just for the audience watching and listening. I'm never saying, I'm not saying that I've done this at all ever.
Mm-hmm.
I had to.
So he does it all the time, right?
I had to find out just out of curiosity what, if there are any laws in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And well, apparently even Florida has laws regarding this.
That's right. Because they saw you coming. So you better bring your manual chair if you go out drinking, boy. Oh shit.
So
can't operate a motorized wheelchair anywhere. Hey, it's okay, Sam. That only applies to alcohol, so your PCP will be fine.
Well,
right?
Well, listen, I've never operated a manual
That's true. He doesn't operate a wheelchair when he's on PCP because when he takes it, he can just walk.
I've never operated a motorized wheelchair intoxicated.
Yeah.
Never
No, he
ever.
takes PCP and he runs. Shmuley's seen him. He's getting a milkshake.
Well, what was Shmuley on? That's what I want to know.
Meth.
Well, okay, that makes sense. That
Yeah,
makes.
he was on a meth kick for a while.
What do you mean was on a meth kick?
Well, yeah, for like a week.
No, you act as if like you're acting as if Shmuley's meth have isn't past tense.
Well, I mean,
I talk to him just every day.
Look, I've seen the meth budget. It's not that big.
$2 million.
Admittedly, it's bigger than the budget for our show, and I complained about that, but he said that we needed it to operate the business. And since he's a business guy, I'm just a retard. I just take him for his word, right? I don't know any about this shit.
I mean,
I make music.
I mean, listen, like, we have. I mean, look. We have like what $500 for our yearly budget for the show, but then like why is there like a $2 million column under the methamphetamine business?
Well, he said that's the basis that we're going to build all the rest of the business on. He said, step 1, buy a couple $1 million worth of meth. Step 2, ? Step 3, profit. So I'm just following the plan.
So you're trusting the plan?
Well, yeah, I'm not going to do anything because I'm stupid. But somebody told me he had a plan, and Shmuley's usually right. When has he been wrong?
So it's Shmulin on then, basically.
Well, he's going to use it to found Shmulcoin, and then apparently we're going to use that to corner the crypto market in order to make a moon base to compete with Pot Awful.
So, I mean,
well, our moon base isn't going to look at weirdos on the internet like Jesse. Our moon base is going to invade China,
which is much more important.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, well, I think
and we got to ask each and every one of them one question, Sam. Are you Chinese or are you Japanese?
And that may be the most important question of all.
It'll save your life, that question.
Indeed. So,
when you see an Asian person, you got to ask, are you Chinese or are you Japanese? Now, some of them, Sam, are going to say that they're neither one of those things, but that's not true. They're gaslighting you.
Well, what about Koreans? That is
Chinese.
Okay.
It's on the same continent.
Fair.
That goes for all those other little ones, the Vietnams and the Laoses and all that, they're just Chinese. And then if they come from the island, they're Japanese.
I mean, that makes sense.
And if they come a little bit from the islands a little further closer to us, they're Samoan or Tongan.
That does make sense.
Yeah. But you really only got 2 flavors of Asia. So it's important to know what you're dealing with. So when you see an Asian person, you just gotta be like, are you Chinese or are you Japanese?
Love that.
People be like, oh guys, you got Tay around, humongous, and he's Asian. We've already been through this with Tay. I asked him, and you know what he said? He said he's Chinese. He's right.
Well, as long as he's not a CCP, that's all that matters. Because
No. He doesn't like the CCP. He likes fart jokes.
I was gonna say he doesn't like the CCP, but he might like PCP.
Sam trying to get people into his little world. I see. Maybe though. I had a friend. He went by Big Lurch. He
Are we all
tried
done with PCP?
Big Lurch tried PCP. He really liked it, Sam. He liked it so much he ate a girl's brains.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, the cops when they caught him chewing on her intestines. Needless to say, Lurch, he's in jail. And he doesn't do PCP anymore.
Well, I do get hungry sometimes when I'm on PCP, but like usually I make myself a pizza or something.
Well, the problem with PCP, Sam, is that pizza was actually some girl's intestines.
No.
Yeah, this explains all the red sauce, right?
Ew.
And the pepperoni nipples.
Oh, God.
My work is done here.
And people thought I had people think I have a dark imagination.
Well, pepperoni nipples are normal if they're not dead, Sam. I'm just saying, eating them, they probably more like salami nipples at that point. If you, or some other dried meat variety.
Mm-hmm.
Cannibalism, Sam. It's not just what's for dinner anymore.
Oh my God.
Don't do cannibalism, folks.
Eat for brunch.
The fuck?
Well, brunch is special. It breaks all the rules.
Well, yeah.
But even at brunch, don't eat human brains.
Now, I think you're being a little judgy here, Morpheus. What's wrong with eating human brains? Is it somehow better to eat monkey brains?
Yes.
I don't think so. I feel like the human brains and monkey brains would be about the same taste.
How would you know?
Can't we get some sort of disease if we eat human brains?
Well, I don't, because I never tasted monkey brains before.
Would you, though?
I mean, it depends how it was served. Like a little bit of class with a meal like that, you know.
Monkey brain pudding.
Well, it would definitely have like a banana flavor, so I'm down for that.
I mean, problem.
You ever had that pink pudding shit that Brits eat? That's or not Brits. It's some Euros. They eat it, and it's basically like pork jelly. I figure that's basically what that brain pudding.
I've heard of it, but never had it.
Yeah, but you've seen it before, where it's like pink jelly that's made from pork.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they said, "Hey, here's some of that pink jelly," and I ate it, I would eat it. And then if they were like, "It's monkey brains," it would depend on how it tastes, how I reacted to that.
I mean, that kind of seems like that's what spam is like.
Yeah, exactly. If you could eat spam, you can eat monkey brains. I mean, come on.
Oh, by the way, I just thought
How do you know spam doesn't include brains?
I mean, it could. But
Right.
speaking of spam, though, I think we should just drop spam all over Iran. And I mean, the Ayatollah can't eat spam.
Just make it rain bacon.
That'd be funny.
Yes.
Bacon rain.
That's a waste of bacon. Make it spam. I agree with Sam.
Dude, you say that, but if there was a bacon rain and you just stood outside, it wouldn't be much of a waste then.
So now we're talking about Sunny with a chance of meatballs?
No, Sunny with a chance of bacon.
Well, yeah, it makes anything fall from the sky.
Yeah, but we only want bacon or pork products to offend the Muslims. And apparently Jews. But there's not too many Jews in Iran, so it's fine.
I wonder if Craig has ever eaten bacon.
Yes, Craig has eaten bacon. He said this on the show before. You asked him.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He loves bacon. He's one of those Jews that isn't retarded.
Most everyone I know loves bacon once they have it. It's awesome.
Well, look, if you don't like bacon, it definitely makes me a little sus.
I agree.
Kind of like if you shock your dog, you know. It's a little sus.
Yeah, and then if you don't admit to shocking your dog, that's like even more sus.
It's kind of like if you write gay, erotic fan fiction, it makes me think you're gay.
Well, yeah.
That's why Christopher Cantwell was our faggot of the year. It was not even a contest, Sam. He slaughtered that category.
Oh yeah. Well, and I'm sure he was happy to do it too.
Yeah, he's probably happy. I mean, right now, as we speak, he's in like Disneyland for a homosexual man. He's in jail.
Oh my God! Yeah, that is. I mean, that is basically Disney World for him then.
And as funny as that is, it's because he pulled a fucking gun on and beat up a woman twice over Christmas. So fuck him. They're probably gonna, but he'll like it.
Is it really punishment if nah, I don't even want to go down that road.
I'm sure he will acclimate himself to the jailhouse climate quite easily. Also, he pissed off the people that were running his account, so he can't even have people begging for money for him anymore. And most people, they didn't even announce that he got rearrested yet. I had to find out by looking up the court docs myself. I didn't even know, Sam. I ended up with the court docs. I'm like, oh shit, he's in New Hampshire, arrested again a week after they let him out.
Fun.
We're going to take a look at some of those pretty soon. Just want to make sure I get all the pieces together. And the other thing is, I try to hide identities of people that Cantwell harms for obvious reasons.
Yeah, pretty good good policy.
Unfortunately, I have to redact some stuff because the victims' names appears in all these court documents. But needless to say, if anybody was concerned about the whereabouts of Chris Cantwell, he's in jail.
Well, thank God we got that cleared up. So I was wondering where it was at.
They let him out for Christmas, Sam. He got a Christmas miracle, and you know what he did with it? He beat up a woman twice and put a gun in her face twice.
Hey,
Merry fucking Christmas.
Yeah, well, and brilliant move on his part too.
Yeah, he's facing I'll show the documents, but he's facing 15 to 30 years in prison for Class A felonies right now.
Fun.
Fun for him, I'm sure. Yeah. Good luck in court, dummy. We'll definitely have a white trash court about that.
Oh yeah.
The problem will be finding somebody to defend his dumbass.
That might be the most white trash court ever.
True. Okay, so you're gonna be partying on Friday. You wrote several books this year. We'll be back next week. You got guests you said you're gonna announce towards the end. Sam, what's going on?
I will be back on not Monday, but Tuesday of this week, live with the one and only Eric P. Bishop, who is releasing Drexel.
Is that Pub Day?
Yeah. Nice. Tuesday the 20th. That will be live at 8 p.m. Here on YouTube, Rumble, and all the other places. He and I are going to have a conversation and should be fun. So
let him know he got nominated for Book of the Year. And then when he asks who won, at least it's you. And then you can explain how the awards were rigged by your friends.
Yeah, totally.
And a nomination is us shouting. This is the thing people don't get. If it's a positive category and we nominate you, it's just a shout out because our awards are meaningless.
Yeah. Well, I would hold on.
Except that I lost Max Sand of the Year and you lost Sam Whitfield of the Year.
Yeah. Although
we suck, man.
Although, Max, I would say our awards show is I mean, it's less meaningless than the other meaningless awards show that get put on television.
Well, it's because it's the Tim Awards, and like I said, Tim rides for his fucking homies, and that's why I'm saying Game of the Year for 2026 is very likely, unless another one of our homies makes a game, to be Home Invaders on Steam. Is it going to be the best game released this year? Probably not. Is it going to win our award? Yeah, probably. Because we show up for the homies.
That we do.
So shout out to everybody who was nominated for something good. And if you were nominated for something bad, it doesn't mean we hate you. It just means that you're fucking funny.
Or a hoe.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, that is funny.
But yeah, don't take the awards too seriously. We were going to do Writer of the Year, but then we figured giving it to you over all these writers that have been on the show would be a hard sell.
And that would be.
Even Book of the Year, we were kind of trying to be, we don't want to leave people out, but hey, we were going to give it to you from the, I was like, I give it to Night of the Vigilante. It's not the only book you released this year. In fact, I think you released 4 or 5.
4, I think.
Blood Ties, Sins of the Assassins, Night of the Vigilante, and the published story that you put in that other book. Those are the ones I was counting.
Oh yeah, so 4.
That's pretty big. That's a good year.
Yeah, and I'm about to publish my first one for this year in March. So, but like I said, American Inferno coming soon.
Yep. So, Eric Bishop Tuesday. Check it out. His new book's dropping. He's gonna sit and chat with Sam.
Yeah, and then I might as well also announce that that Andrew G. Nelson will be joining the show on the 26th for let me see here. He's putting out a new one as well. So and he's been active on Twitter a lot lately too.
Oh yeah. I highly recommend. He wrote an article, sort of outlining what anarcho-tyranny is in relation to his new book. I highly recommend people read that because it's a lot of what people are experiencing these days.
Yeah, Exposed King is his next book, so he'll be on the 26th to talk about that. So that should be fun as well. So
absolutely. So we got big stuff lined up already.
So yeah. So anyway, well, thanks for coming out for the Tim Awards, everybody, and thanks Max and thanks to Max and Maxine, Morpheus, and the Right to Fund Media team for putting on the Tim Awards.
Yeah, we're hoping to do it again next year. It's always fun to brainstorm. Maybe the more people involved with it, the more fun it is. So, everybody's input and things. And
absolutely.
Tell me what you think of my awards or our awards. Tell us how bad they are in the comments. Tell us we suck. All that fun stuff. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe,
and share with your friends.
And tell everybody you know 50 times, and then something cool will happen.
Indeed. So, thanks for tuning in, folks, and we'll be back next week.
Same retarded time.
The right to offend is not some pesky little part of freedom of speech that we have to put up with. It is the heart and soul and lungs of freedom of speech. It is the coursing lifeblood of human progress. It is the instigator of liberty and modernity and science and understanding. What a laughing stock today's student leaders are, that they can so casually dismiss the right to be offensive without realizing that their lovely, enlightened lives are the gift of individuals who gave offense. Offensiveness is not just something we have to begrudgingly accept. Offensiveness is the motor of human progress.
Thank you for watching the Whitfield Report live on the Right to Offend Media Network. Make sure to check out Sam's books on Amazon, Audible, and Kindle. You can follow Sam on X at SamW_NGC and the Right to Offend Media Network at RTO Media. Like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. And until next time, God bless, God save this great nation. God, freedom, legacy, in that order.